Hello everyone, this is Coach Oliver once again, and welcome to day number 5 of the FIDE Grand Prix 2022 in Berlin, Germany. And in this game, we'll feature Levon Aronian's beautiful miniature against Esipenko. He just dismantled Andre in this game. Esipenko looked like a very young kid in this game by Levon. Let's take a look at this game. This is such a masterpiece. Levon once again. Levon is on fire. Alright, so starting with d4. Knight goes to f6. Okay, c4, e6. Knight into f3, d5. Knight c3, bishop to b4. Okay, we have the Ragozin. Yeah. Without the knight on f3, for example, if let's say you go for knight to c3 and you go bishop b4, that is the Nimzo Indian. Yep. Inserting knight f3, then d5, knight c3, bishop b4, that's the Ragozin. Although with bishop b4, okay, you play knight f3, it will just be transposed when you play d5 here. So it's a Queen's Gambit declined the Ragozin. Okay, so after knight d5, knight c3, bishop b4, e3. Cancels. Bishop to d2, b6. With the bishop on b7, black will try to control the important e4 square. So you take d5, e take d5, bishop d3, bishop b7. Get a battle of the e4 square right here. Now, look at this move. Rook e8. Okay, we are told that to centralize the rook. But there's an important detail with this move. Aronian was probably well prepared. Yeah, it's hard to imagine playing a normal principled move, actually, centralizing a rook on e8, becoming a not so good move in this position. Yeah. And why is it? Let's try to let's check a6 first. All right, let's check a6 first. All right, the point of a6 is that if white plays a3, this bishop moves back to d6, so there's no knight b5. The pawn on a6 prevents knight b5, right? Now let's take a look at knight g5. This move was played in the game, yeah, with the rook on f8. Why is it important that the rook is on f8? Black has h6. All right. Now if you go knight h7, for example, just takes on h7 or even rook e8. Yes, and black is fine. You take on f6, just queen takes f6. Nothing wrong with black. Now going back, why is rook e8 quite questionable? Aronian played a3 first. Okay. Black played normal bishop f8, trying to go for g6. Reposition his bishop on g7 and go for c5. Yeah, with a central break. With that bishop on g7, it keeps an eye on d4. Not bad at all. Aronian played knight g5 in the position. Yeah. Okay, let's look back into that game, that immortal game by Anand against Aronian. Anand was black in that game against Aronian. Anand had this queen on c7, bishop on d6, and he also played the knight on g4 with an attack on h2. So this plan with knight g5, bishop on d3, and queen c2 was reminiscent of that game. Aronian playing the white side. In that game, Anand was black. Yeah. We go back into 1907, yeah, the time where Rubinstein defeated Rotlewi, yeah, in the classical game or Immortal Game by Robert Stein. So this game is reminiscent of that one. G6. Okay. Now, why is it wrong to put the rook on E8? And instead, why was it better on F8? Now, with the knight and bishop and queen attacking H7, you cannot push H6 with a rook on E8. Yep. There lies the difference. That was an important detail in the position, because now we have bishop H7 and knight takes F7. That's why it was important that the rook was on F8, protecting that weakest point on F7. So small, very small detail, but it's big. Right? Small detail, but it's big when it comes to the result of the game. With G6 now, here white goes H4, right? Right, so this attack on the flank. Again, look at H5 is coming here. Black has a normal reaction with C5. Okay, a principled move, because we all know in chess, right, in the middle game plans, fundamentals in the middle game, when the opponent attacks on the flank, counterplay should be in the middle. It's the central break. But in this case, this C5 move is not enough, because now white is this H5. Count the pieces: the knight, the pawn, the bishop, queen, and the rook. It's now all out on that king on G8. Okay, that is 5 pieces. Yep. Black played H6, attacking the knight on G5. Now let's take a look at C takes D4, because he played C5. If you're consistent with C5, white has H takes G6. Well, how? You go F takes or H takes no matter what, and the bishop takes on G6. Because if takes, queen takes on G6, bishop D7, queen F7, mate. This is mate, yeah? Open rook. White doesn't need to waste time casting queenside. Not possible. So that's probably the reason why black played H6. If you go knight E4, blocking the threat, knight takes H7. It's just a demolition job, yeah? If you take the demolition of the pawn structure in front of the king, H takes on G6. Double check. Right here. So you're forced to capture. King takes G6. And now F3. King is not safe. White gains back the piece. Game over. Yep. Knight on B8 is not developed yet. And this is just, the king on G6 is too vulnerable. Yeah. It's not possible to go knight E4. That's why black had to play H6 and try to escape king and king and king. Yeah, that was his hope. But Aronian's attack is just so fast and furious. Takes on G5, takes on F7, bishop, king takes F7, bishop G6. Alright, king going to escape. Aronian played queen F5. Okay, you cannot go king D7 this time. Yeah. Attacking. Now, if, for example, you put that queen on D7, try to exchange, queen takes on G5, so the king still cannot move because it's tied up to that knight on F6. And if you go queen to D6, for example, protecting the knight, yes, there's rook H7. Oh my god. Woohoo! Aronian in the house, baby. Skewer on the bishop. If you take the rook, queen F7, king D8, takes on E8, king C7, knight B5 is made. Wow, wowee. Yeah. So not possible. So Esipenko played the bishop on G7. And another beautiful line clearance. E4. Clearing the line for the bishop, attacking G5 to the king. Woohoo! Knight c6, too late. Too late development of the knight. King supposed to be on g8 or f8, not on e7, yeah. Well, this is a different kind of castling. e7 and e8. Takes the rook first, yeah. Although white could still continue with bishop takes g5 here. Maybe he was worried about knight takes d4, but bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, and rook h7. King d6. Okay, there's no knight b5 because of knight on d4, but it's still very much possible. You might think that, oh, there's a knight on d4, right? After you takes the rook. Okay, that amazing move. The queen is an overworked piece, it's protecting f6. Maybe you have to go bishop c6 to protect d7, because if you take the bishop on e8, queen takes f6 is going to be made. Queen e6, e5 check. Yes, queen takes e6. After knight, okay, I will not take your knight, but it's checkmate, no king b5. What a game. Yep. Okay, and if you go bishop c6 to protect the d7 square, still e5, you take on e5, queen f8, king e6, queen f7, king d6, rook h6. Oh no, not me, I did it my way. Bishop f6, rook takes. Okay, you don't want to give your queen. King e5, okay, king d4. I would like to castle, right? Rook f4 is almost made, and then castle queen side would be nice or reminiscent of that game by Lasker, yeah? Last move casting queen side. Aronian, the classical game, you know, with the former world champion Emmanuel Lasker. Woohoo! Okay. So here he played bishop takes e8, still winning, but not much. King takes. If king takes e8, black can survive a little bit. Yeah. Bishop takes g5 and queen d7. White will still be winning, of course, with bishop takes an f6, queen takes f5, he takes f5, bishop takes f6, knight takes d5, threatening the bishop, and the knight on c7. Okay. Because if you go bishop d8, there's a rook to h8. But at least you're not going to be checkmated. Although I'm not sure if black survives. But bishop g5 was just, it could have been a nice finish here. On this castle queen side. I would have liked to see this. But anyways, let's take a look at what happened in the game. Let's not get too excited. Okay, e8, knight takes d5, bishop takes g5, queen takes d5, and Esipenko resigned. Hands up. Oh, he cannot stop, yeah. Bishop f4 is coming, takes on g7, it's too much. That was very short work, clockwork by Levon Aronian against Andrei Esipenko, the conqueror of Magnus Carlsen, actually. That was a very strong young player from Russia. And just like that, Aronian was like, okay, you're still young. Still have a lot to learn, yeah, with this kind of game. And that shows you the elite, yeah. That's how they play. It's not just about preparation, also. It's all about execution. All right, I hope you like our presentation for today. Wesley's win against Lagrave was such a relief. Aronian's beautiful combination here against Esipenko is a thing of beauty. Oh, what a day of chess for today in the FIDE Grand Prix. Hope we'll see more of this in the days to come. Thank you for supporting our channel, Charles Max Chess and Charles Max Entertainment on Facebook and on YouTube. This is Coach Oliver. Stay safe, everyone. Bye bye.